Hiya, and welcome aboard our Narrowboat Morning Star. I'm Paul. My partner Anthony's in work at the moment. Dexter is just down by the fire snoring. Thank you to all those people that got in touch last week to let us know where you're from and where you watch our channel from. We're amazed at all the different countries that our viewers are based in, and some of it sounds like you live in some amazing places. Well, how are we getting on living on our narrowboat? Well, it does take a lot of adjusting, and I don't think it is for everybody, but we're absolutely loving the lifestyle. The only thing is, I really wish we could get more sleep. It would be nice if you could shower every day, but to conserve water, please don't judge us. I think most narrowboaters who live aboard try and save water and just shower every other day. We do keep clean. Yeah. When it comes to sleeping, we were used to a king-size bed, Anthony and myself, and we've now got a double bed, a standard double, and part of that goes under the gunnels, probably about this much, so we really do struggle to sleep. And whether it's because of the lifestyle change and we've got a lot on our minds, we're not quite sure, but I know when we've done the locks and we've had a really long day, we're usually exhausted and sleep really well, and I'm sure it's something we'll get used to. You might notice on this week's vlog that Anthony's wearing dungarees. He does like wearing dungarees, but also it's around this time when we got to G-Cross that he found out he had shingles and his sides and his waist were really sore, so he found it was more comfortable to wear dungarees. So if you remember on last week's vlog, we left Duckenfield after the incident with the police, and I think I better clarify what that incident was. We heard all this commotion and shouting, and the police were shouting for somebody to get out of the canal. There were about 2 or 3 police cars turned up and there were searchlights everywhere. I think our main concern is that Anthony's car was parked in the car park right where all this was going on, so we weren't sure if his car had been broken into, and that's what all the commotion was. Anyway, I walked over and asked the police if it was a safe place to park and also a safe place to moor, because we're just about 100 yards down the canal. And he did reassure me and say that normally it would be a safe place to moor and safe to leave the car. It was just the fact that someone had tried to break in one of the units at the top of the canal bank just down the way, and the police caught them. They ran down the bank and thought it would be a wise thing to do, or I don't know if they knew the canal was there, but they ended up in the canal. They arrested one person and they were looking for other people, so yeah, Anthony was a bit uneasy about staying there any longer, and although I slept well, I thought it might be best just to move on, which is a real shame because we did meet some lovely people in that area, and the area itself looked lovely as well. Well, this week I've been catching up with editing. I have thought about doing a vlog every other week because it is really time consuming. It does take about 3, sometimes 4 days, and sometimes up till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning editing the vlog. I really enjoy doing it. I think because I'm getting used to the software as well, it's taking a bit longer than it should. But yeah, we'll see. We'll keep you informed anyway. Well, we left Duckenfield and ended up at G-Cross, right by Hortondale Nature Reserve, and just about 20 feet away from the boat there was a bench in the woods. Sorry, that was a horse. I don't know what that was. Yeah, just about 20 feet from the boat there was a bench, and there was also a swing in the tree, and we should have known better really and moved on. There wasn't any trouble as such. There were no people drinking or anything like that at night. It's just that there were a lot of kids and teenagers hanging around, making a lot of noise in the daytime, having fun basically, and in hindsight it would have been better if we'd moved up the canal maybe 100 yards, but it was so quiet at night you could hear a pin drop. It was so nice to be close to my brother and his wife. They came to visit us a couple of times, and we also had friends visitors on separate occasions, and it was really nice to see them. The weather was a real mixture when we were in G-Cross. It was glorious sunshine one day, had some really beautiful mornings where I got up early and went out for an hour with Dexter, and other days it was sleet and snow, so a real mix of weather. Overall though, we really enjoyed the area and we wish we could have stayed longer. I hope you enjoy this week's vlog. finally made it onto the Peak Forest Canal. We had a 2-hour journey from Duckenfield, where we were the other night with the police incident, and made it onto the canal. Really weird coincidence. I knew my brother and his wife lived very close to the canal, but not this close. We moored up because this location looked nice, near Horton Nature Reserve, and I checked the Google Maps, and it turns out my brother and his wife live a 5-minute walk from the Narrowboat. Sorry, it flies around. I actually ran from the boat and walked. It took about 45 minutes to walk the 2.5 miles to get the car. I could have got my brother to give me a lift really, couldn't I? Anyway, it will be nice to see them, but we're loving this area. It's lovely and quiet, especially at night time. This is the River Tame, and there were some really lovely walks along the river. In fact, it was part of the Trans-Pennine Trail. Dexter really enjoyed his walks around the nature reserve, and I enjoyed doing some photography. It was just a few steps to climb up to the canal and back to the narrowboat. Back on the boat with the fire lit and a hot cup of coffee, it was time to edit the vlog and also finish this lovely portrait of this beautiful dog, Lola. Well, that was weird. I was sat doing some artwork and a group of lads went past on the bike. The window was open and there were about 12 or 13, these boys, about 3 of them. And I heard one of them saying, shouting hello. So there's something going on here. So I ignored him. So he thought there was nobody on the boat, just to see what would happen. I didn't answer him. And then he shouted to his mates, I'm going to get on the boat. And he proceeded to get off his bike and head towards the boat. I wish I'd seen what they'd got up to, really, but he said there, I'm going to get on, and I just shouted in my butcher's voice, I wouldn't do that, mate, this dog will go mad. Well, you should have seen his face, because obviously the privacy windows, he didn't know there was anyone on the boat, he shot off like a rocket, and we didn't have any more bother. So yeah, it's been very quiet here. There is a bench just around the corner and a swing, so in the daytime it does get quite noisy with kids playing on the swing, but not too bad, and they tend not to leave any litter either, which is really good. But again, you know, at night time it's really, really quiet. I've just remembered as well, one of our viewers, obviously a new viewer, saw Anthony stretching up to see over the top of the boat, doing this kind of thing when he was at the tiller, and the guy in all innocence commented, I can't believe I'm going to tell you this, I think your son needs a step to be able to see over the top of the boat. Well, the guy was mortified when I told him he's actually my partner. Yeah, he does look very young. He's 48. I don't think he'll mind me telling you that. Me, I look about 60. Well, the weather definitely changed. It was beautiful this morning. Well, it's Sunday, we're still on the Peak Forest Canal, and today's job, well, Anthony's gone off to his mum's to collect some parcels, some essentials that we need for the narrowboat, and I've cleaned the engine bay and also touched up the blacking on the edge of the boat where we caught the narrow locks on the Ashton Canal. This is what happens when I'm left on my own to look after myself and cook my own meals. This is my attempt at an omelette. It's not my fault, really. It's getting better, isn't it? If you ever step onto our boat, just ask Anthony to cook. That's not turned out too bad. At least it's warm. We really did enjoy exploring the area. There was lots of wildlife to see too. Well, Anthony was back, as you can see, with a bag of clean laundry and Dexter dog too. Well, it was coming to the end of our stay at G Cross and it was time to get the boat ready to move on. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help our channel and it's completely free. And don't forget to keep your comments coming. We really love getting all of your comments and we try and reply to every single one. Hopefully Anthony will make an appearance shortly. I've been asking him for a while, but he's still been recovering and he's also studying for exams, so I can understand when he gets in from work he doesn't really want to sit on camera. I keep trying to persuade him to do a live chat and he's having none of it, because personally I'd love to do a live chat. You'll have to get on to Anthony and tell him to do one. A live chat, that is, not just do one. Well, thanks again for watching this week's vlog. Thank you to our patrons. Your support really does help us and it really does mean a lot. Join us next week when we leave G Cross and we head up the Marple flight, the 16 locks into Marple, and we bump into a friend of ours and we end up at Marple Basin. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.